Welcome everyone to the kickoff meeting for the Kangaroo Care Day into 2023. My name is Jamila Jackson. I am an engineer by training, and I engineer solutions for the NICUs and for the parents. I was doing a research in 2007 why we're not doing kangaroo care so much as when I had Zachary in the NICU in 2001. And there were basically two main buckets of why we were not doing kangaroo care. The first, and this was in the US. The first one was awareness, education. People, there was not enough, and this is again 2007. So there was not a lot of information about the research, who can do it, all the contraindications. And so I started Kangaroo Care Day, and the other big bucket was safety. And safety means, when the babies are on the bed, then the nurses had all control of the baby's safety. But when the babies go to the mom's chest or dad's, they give that control to the parents. So I created the Zachy Zac, which is a kangaroo care device for parents, for not only in the NICU, but any baby between 1 and 15 pounds. So getting that out of the way, this year's theme is Believe in the Power of Your Touch. We want to give the parents that assurance that they are important for the babies, and that they need to believe that they are important. They're not visitors in the NICU. They are not just one more person that comes, but Kangaroo Care is a really good way to give them a message that we are a Kangaroo Care unit, and we want you to be here to do this job. When you do kangaroo care, you see that the satisfaction, goes up. WHO is recommending doing kangaroo care between 8 and 24 hours. So to do it safely, and what they recommend, we have a lot to do in the US. We don't do a lot. Definitely not 24 hours. It's impossible in the NICU, I think, but we can raise that average of kangaroo care in the unit, and this is one of the ways that we want to do it, is having the Kangaroo Care Day. So we want to focus on everyone that touches kangaroo care. And like I said, I established Kangaroo Care Day in 2011, and the mission is very simple. We want to increase kangaroo care. The safety, if we increase kangaroo care, there are a lot of safety issues that start arising. If we can do it in 1 month in May, then we are more than likely keeping it for the rest of the year. Now, this is a sample of, how you can plan Kangaroo Care Day between now and your celebrations. So the first project step is basically, what is the concept that you have? What do you think you can do? What is your goal? Do you want to increase your kangaroo care times or durations, frequency? What is your goal? And then we can see how do you, how you can do it. But the beginning is, what is your goal? The second one is brainstorm what you can do to get to that goal. So for example, look at the budget that you have, look at how many people can help, look at who is doing what, who is available, and try to recruit more than just staff. I think looking for parents to help, looking for volunteers, that would be a great opportunity to enhance kangaroo care for everyone. One of the things that I like about Kangaroo Care Day is that we teach the kangaroo care in a way that is not judgmental. Like everybody is going to learn about kangaroo care. If you know it, you review it. If you don't know it, then you learn it in a way that is not like, oh, why can't you, how can you not know that? So it's a very friendly way to do it. Now, between May 1 and May 15, I'm just picking up those dates. A lot of people do a kangaroo-a-thon during those 2 weeks. There are hospitals that just celebrate on May 15. There are hospitals that celebrate between Mother's Day and Father's Day. Some of them start on May 15 until the end of the month. Whatever you do, then put it on your planner to, so everybody knows what you guys are doing. And don't keep the ideas and what you're doing, the plans, like a secret, because everybody gets excited about and then they give ideas. So that's one of the ways that you can involve them from now. Don't wait until May 15 or May 1st. On May 16 to the 19th, it is important to see if you reach your goal. Your goal can be just celebrate. You don't have to have a specific goal other than, it could be like, we just want to celebrate and, give something nice to the parents or educate, whatever. So you're going to, make sure that you did it, see how you did it, how you can do it better next year. And then how much money did you spend? Maybe look in other opportunities to, if you need more money next year, if there was something that you wanted but you couldn't do it, then that's important. One of the resources that very, very few NICUs request, which I think is good to share, is a lot of local businesses. If you ask them that you're doing a kangaroo-a-thon and you need prizes or you need something, gifts for appreciation, they probably give you, coupons or certificates or anything like that. So involve the community. This is a community event too. So they like it when you invite them because everybody loves babies. And then whenever is your project close, I just put May 19, but wherever it is, then you do a report. When you do a report, then have like things that you want to compare between this year and next year. So keep track of your duration, all that stuff, just like a summary of what happened. So the other thing is, this is important, like if somebody else comes to the project in the middle of the project, you can just show them these and you can, share and they're up to date. Okay, so things that you can do in the NICU, obviously tell a friend, and the friend doesn't have to be in the NICU. The friend can be in your community. It can be, if you take a ride in the, whatever you want. Just talk about kangaroo care, the benefits, or a kangaroo care day. You can also invite someone for a lunch and learn. You can have a panel. You can have a webinar for your staff and your parents. A lot of you do a kangaroo-a-thon, which is fantastic. I think it's a really good way to celebrate, attend or organize, cupcakes, or some hospitals don't allow balloons, but some hospitals do. So bring flowers, cookies with the shape of a K if you don't find a kangaroo. And then we are going to have this year a coach of the year. A coach is anybody that helps parents do kangaroo care. So it can be a nurse, a therapist, a lactation consultant, it can be a volunteer, it can be another parent, it can be anybody that helps the parents do their kangaroo care. Another thing is secure a public proclamation from an elected official. Go to the city, the city, and tell them what you're doing. They love to hear about what you're doing in your units, and this is a really positive story. So also contact your marketing department. Your marketing department has very close relationship with your local news. So you can ask them to do a section, and I know Dawn did one year. So Dawn, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So it was a couple of years ago that we actually got on one of the local news station here and was talking about the kangaroo care and our Kangaroo-a-thon. And I think it was very positive because we had more parents that saw that news episode. And so they were willing to come in and participate and do the Kangaroo-a-thon with us.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes,
it's always
it's very positive.
Thank you, Dawn. It was really good. Actually, we're going to put a link to it. If we don't have it, I think we already have it, but there are some, in the home. Always keep track of kangaroo care. One of the things that I notice in many hospitals is that we don't keep track of kangaroo care. If you keep track, many of them are just if it happened or if it didn't, but it doesn't have like how long, who did it, and be able to analyze that that information. And the message that we're giving the parents is, we count what counts, right? So we count the gram that the baby, gained that day or lost that day, the drop of milk, this millimeter of anything, everything that counts, we count it. But we're not counting kangaroo care. So, or not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but not a lot, because it is very time consuming. So I think it's important that we keep track. Now, this is in Children's of Minnesota last year, and what they started with is a clear wall or window, and then they put Kangaroo Care Day, and then every parent that kangaroos will get a kangaroo, and they put the name of the baby, and then they put it on that window, and then at the end they said, they reached the goal of 600 hours, which is more than they've ever had. This is one of the important things that I tell you about getting a goal, because then, a lot of parents are very competitive, a lot of staff is very competitive, and they see that, at this rate, we're not going to get our goal, or at this rate, we're going to get the goal, 3 days early or whatever. And that's very important to get them to participate and get excited about doing kangaroo care. Engaging families, obviously nurture and the interest in positive attitudes towards kangaroo care. If a parent says, can I hold my baby, and the nurse is like, then they're not going to have that positive vibe, right? So, the attitude of the nurses, I always say the attitude of the nurses make or break the relationship between a baby and their parents. If they are welcoming, and if they say, hey, look, this is your baby, you need to come and hold this baby for as long as you can, as frequently as you can, that mom and dad can do it. If grandparents are available, and the parents are not, or they are old, whoever the parents gives permission to do kangaroo care, they should do kangaroo care. Show them the benefits of kangaroo care. How does it align with what they want? Many of the parents come to the NICU, and when they don't kangaroo care, then they're like thinking about all the things that they have at home, other kids, other work, and laundry, and here is the baby in the incubator, so the baby doesn't even know that I'm there. So take that baby out, do training, get the babies to kangaroo care, and that mom is going to be super happy. Your satisfaction is going to go up as well. So, and the satisfaction of the staff when you give the right tools, obviously. Build confidence in kangaroo care skills. This is important because moms are terrified of doing kangaroo care, and dads as well. As a matter of fact, when the nurse asked me if I wanted to hold Zach when he was born, I said no, but I said why. I said, I just don't want to hurt him anymore. I felt that giving him an unhealthy start, I have hurt him enough. And so I just didn't want to hurt him anymore. And the nurse said, you will hurt him more if you don't hold him. So that, I always ask if she would have said something else, like, yes, later, or yeah, he's sleeping, or whenever you're ready, it would not have, I probably wouldn't be here still talking about kangaroo care 22 years later. So it's very important that we talk about that if the parent is a little bit nervous of doing it, because, like me, they've never seen a baby this small with all the medical things happening. Just start with a doll and tell them, let's do it with a doll, so you know how we're going to do it, and then we can do it with your baby. That's totally fine. And that is the same with nurses. Nurses should try to do what the parents should be doing, so they understand what they're going through. Kangaroo care device is a standard for kangaroo care, especially now that the WHO recommends 8 hours to 24 hours. I do caution you in using kangaroo care devices that are not meant for the NICU, because in the NICU there are, it's an intensive care unit, and you're going to have things that don't happen in other units. So for example, you're going to do heel sticks, you're going to do a lot of interventions. You want to do kangaroo care and breastfeeding, because you don't want to put the baby back to do breastfeeding. You want to keep the baby on skin to skin, for example. Provide networks for the parents, and then help them feel that sense of accomplishment. Having those little kangaroos, you feel probably that is not a lot, but it helps the parents feel that they actually accomplished something. If you don't have little kangaroos, you can have little circles that say, I kangaroo care 1 hour or whatever. It doesn't have to be, but I know there are, in every unit, there is somebody that knows cricket. So make sure you share in your, almost every unit has social media presence. Most parents have social media presence, so make sure that you ask them to click on, to use kangaroo care as a tag, or kangaroo care day. And then, post a message, put a picture of the unit with something kangaroo. Make sure you have the permission of whoever is in the picture to be able to post. So, that's something important to do. So what do you have available with us? Obviously, the Kangaroo Care website, the free logo, you can download it and use it in whatever materials you're using for your Kangaroo Care projects. We have the In Touch with Experts live sessions, which this is one of them. And we're going to have now some in Spanish as well. Now we have the Global Kangaroo-a-thon. We're going to have one in May and the other one in November. And I'll talk about it in a second. Oops, sorry. And then the Kangaroo Care Coach of the Year that I mentioned, I'll send that information. Basically what it is we want people to nominate, like, from their unit, who is the person that made things happen regarding kangaroo care, not necessarily just on Kangaroo Care Day, but like who is the trainer, who is the one that is always looking for ways to improve kangaroo care. And so we would like to recognize those people. Then we have a marketplace. I'll show you that as well. So these are some of the resources that we have on the website. These are free resources you can download and print. So for example, this is a banner that you can download and send it to print, and then post it in the in your unit. We have cards that are just about kangaroo care benefits, the calendar for kangaroo-a-thons, all kinds of little things. There's about 80, and we have them in English and Spanish as well. These are really good to print them and leave them like all over the unit, like in the tables for the lounge of the parents. You can give one to every parent every day. All kinds of creative uses that we have heard from different people. This is the Kangaroo Care goal. You can have a goal of how many hours you want to do it, or you can have a goal of how many hours per baby per day, which is what we call the average. So, that's up to you. We made an app and we do the average per baby per day, the duration per baby per day. This one is benefits of kangaroo care. This is really good to give the parents as they arrive to the NICU or when they're already there, but you just always give them that, the top is benefits for the parents, the bottom is benefits for the babies. Super, super good. This is a poster that is science behind kangaroo care. Articles, research that have been done, and also not only the articles, but what the results were and what is the level of evidence. So if it's opinion or if it's like a randomized control trial, we have a countdown for, Kangaroo Care Day starts on day 45. Then Bill of Rights. I was involved in the development of these with the NPN, which is the NICU Parent Network. It's an organization it's an organization that has organizations that are started by parents of the NICU to be helping other parents in the NICU. We have the marketplace, that things that NICUs have requested from us, and we are just making it available for everyone. We have, the logo of the NICU. We have a little plush toy that is 8 inches tall. We have the book of kangaroo care, ABC of kangaroo care. Dawn actually is here. She's the author of that. And it's a really neat book because it takes, every page is one letter of the alphabet, and she posts, the evidence and what does it say, using that letter of the alphabet. So I recommend it. It's in the website as well. So these are different things. Now, let's talk about kangaroo. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So let's talk about a kangaroo-a-thon. Kangaroo-a-thon was started in NICUs as friendly competition to increase kangaroo care in your units. We talked about who a kangaroo care coach is. These are terms that we're going to use in the app. So I wanted to, give an introduction that way. A kangaroo care coach, like I said, is anybody that helps parents do kangaroo care. Nurses, therapists, anybody. You can have a kangaroo-a-thon of one team, which is you do it with your own, only with your own team on your own NICU. And you're going to have a team leader, which is the person that oversees the entire kangaroo-a-thon. Or you can do multi-teams, which is what we had in last November, where everybody competes against everybody else. So we have multi-teams anywhere in the world. So to improve kangaroo care, the Gates Foundation gave us a grant to do an app. And what we decided to do was to do an app to keep track of kangaroo care. One of the main reasons that we found that NICUs did not participate in kangaroo-a-thons is because it takes a long time to tally the results. And that time has to be done in a volunteering basis. And a lot of people are very busy, or everybody's very busy. So what we decided was to create an app that will actually do all the calculations. And so the staff can use the time to encourage more kangaroo care and support other parents instead of having to do, tally of duration and who did it. So this is how it fits in our company. It's part of our technology, and it's also part of the social responsibility that we have. The app is free for everyone. And what we wanted to do was find kangaroo care and get the parents to track kangaroo care instead of asking the nurse to do it. The parents are the ones inputting the information. So we see who did kangaroo care, and each one has a different color. So the parents can see what is the trend, if they miss a day, if they tend to do it always on a weekends or anything like that. And then you have the sessions. This is like the detail of each of the sessions. Very quickly into our phase one, which I talked to you about, the conceptual phase. We realized by talking to parents that if it's only kangaroo care app, they're not going to use it. So what we did is we added more activities. So it would be a good app, from the feedback that we received. So we have feeding, breastfeeding, bottle, everything like that, the sleep, awake, calm, and awake, fuzzy. This specifically, we did it because pediatricians said that a lot of the parents think that the babies are probably crying too much. So we put a timer, so they can use it at any time, and the doctor can say, hey, let me see, how much the baby you think is crying. And then, sometimes is less than they think, and sometimes is more than they think. So we have a way to do it. Obviously, growth and hygiene, bath, we actually have it on bath that is dry or immersed in water, and the diaper and what kind of diaper change you did. And then we have an activities for something else. So if you want to track reading or massage or whatever other activity that is not already here. We also have a journal, and we have a learn module. These learn modules are going to, are by experts, and they're evidence-based, and we have a panel of experts that help us with, deciding what information we're going to put there. We are the developer, Nurture by Design. I am the owner of Nurture by Design. And we are working with several universities because we want to analyze data as well. So frequently asked question is what happens with the privacy. So we only work with screen names. We don't have, we don't share the information of each of the parents or each of the babies other than screen names. So, and then we de-identify them anyway for research. So one of the things that the Saki app has that is new that I really wanted to offer is the ability for a parent to share the information of the app with others. So not only that they can see it, but they can input information to the baby. So basically the parent makes the account of the baby and then can invite anybody else just, by submitting an email. It would be like this. So you have the screen, the homepage or the dashboard, and then on the menu, there is something that is called Manage Groups. And then you can invite by email address, almost, only 3 at a time, but you can invite as many as you want. You select the relationship that they have with the baby, and then you select which activities you want them to see. So this is really good for example, for discharge, because the parent can share the information with whoever their pediatrician is, or if in my case, and I know is the case for many of the NICU parents, we have a really good relationship with at least one of the nurses, and we keep in touch with that nurse. And sometimes, like in my case, the nurse that helped me the most during my NICU stay is Zachary's godmother. So, I would have loved to have these. So every time that I do something, she can see in real time what's happening. So my stress level will go down. So this is a tool also for discharge, because I know how difficult it is to discharge without, just the shock is not only for the baby, but also for the parents. So now this is the app that is mobile app for the parents. Now I'm going to show you the web app for the coaches. And anybody that wants to be a coach can register as a coach. And then if you are a coach, then you can create a team. So when you create a team, you are going to be given a team code, which is down here. You'll be able to see it. And then also a piece of paper that you can print that says, we have a team, join us with this team code. So parents will use the app, the mobile app, to join, and coaches will use this web app to join that team. Because we know that sometimes maybe somebody got a hold of the team code and could come in to your team, or somebody dialed the wrong date, the wrong number, and they come to your team and you don't recognize them. You always, as a team leader, you always have the possibility to delete those that you don't think they're in your team. If the baby is discharged, then you can delete them from the team. If a nurse or therapist or somebody else leaves the team, you don't have to wait for them to leave the team. However, they can, you can always erase them from your team. So here we have what we call the dashboard. Oh yeah, Catherine.
Question.
Yeah,
Do parents have access to looking at the team results, or do they just enter their own data?
they do have, they only have, no, wait, hold on. They enter their own data, the parents,
Okay.
but the
Can they see any other baby's information?
they can, but only the screen name and only the duration. They don't
Okay.
see anything else. They don't see the weight or how old they are or any information that they input when they register the baby. They only get the duration on the location. The location meaning what city and state and country you're in. That's it. So this is basically what they see, and let me see if I can show you the screen that they actually see. Oh, let me put it in English. So the app is in Spanish and English and in French. And hopefully we will be adding other ones. So even if you use the app in English and then somebody else uses it in Spanish, the numbers are going to be adding. So it doesn't matter in what language you use it. So, so this is what they see in the app. So they have, this is the team, and they see the average and the duration and how many babies. And then they're going to see who the leaders are in their team, but the leaders is just with their screen name. So if they don't know who the baby is, they know, they're going to know what the duration, the average is. Then this one is the contest. So we have information about the contest, which is in, we're going to have a multi-team contest. So we're going to put all the, the information is who's the team winning, right? And then another thing that we have in here is, because we're doing average on Kangaroo Care Day per baby per day, we know that sometimes babies are not able to kangaroo, unfortunately, but we know that that's the case. So instead of counting them and then lowering the average of the team, the parent can request to not be counted that day. So if the baby is, if the parent feels or thinks or understands that the baby is that she cannot kangaroo that day, she can request, if she can request to be not counted, but you need to put the reason. And the reason we put it that way is because we want to know if the parent understood correctly why they cannot kangaroo care. If the team leader is going to get a notification saying, baby X requested not to be counted. And we wanted to use that as a training opportunity, because a lot of the times, the nurses say you cannot do it, or the parents don't know that they can do it. And we want to make sure that whoever is the team leader understands that this mom thinks that she cannot hold, when in reality she could, or the nurse is not willing to do it, or whatever reasons the mom thinks that it cannot happen. So we not only ask them to say, my baby cannot kangaroo today, but we ask them, what is the reason that you feel that he cannot be kangaroo today? Now, one important thing is that every baby in the team counts. So if and the zeros are only removed or not counted if the baby is physically not able to kangaroo care. If the parent didn't come today, so they didn't kangaroo, that is going to count as 0. It's not because they couldn't, hold the baby, but, they were not, they didn't do it. The baby has green light to kangaroo, parents have green light to kangaroo, but, it didn't happen. That 0 is going to count. So at the beginning, your numbers are going to look a little smaller, but, you're going to be raising that average. We did the Kangaroo-a-thon this way by hand in November for World Prematurity Day, and there was a team that did 8 hours average for all the babies, and 92% of the babies were held. So, this is more than competing with other teams. We want you to have analytics of your own team at what's happening, who is holding, coaches. So in each one we have today and then the overall of the contest. So today would be today, and the today, because sometimes we have babies from different time zones, the time zone that we use is the time zone of the team leader. So, whatever the team leader's time zone is, that's the time zone that we use for contests. Because like this one in November, in May, I'm going to be hosting it, and I'm in Texas, so I'm Central Time. Everybody's cut out of the day would be on Central Standard Time. So because otherwise we can't compare, but everybody is like the same 24 hours. So here we have today, and we get the ranking of the top 3 babies, the duration of all of them, how many active babies we have, and what is the average. And then same thing for the coaches. The coaches get the duration because when the parent logs a kangaroo care session, at the end, when they say save, there is a question that says, do you want to give, is there a coach that you want to, that help you the most? And again, not with names, but with screen names, they're going to put who the screen name of that coach is. And that person gets the entire amount of the duration of that session. That's how we get these sessions, these durations. Here we have active coaches, and here we have how many number of sessions we did. And this is for the contest. So this is from the beginning of the contest to the end, to right now, and it will go all the way to the end. And then, in this case is the same, but, usually, because I just started this contest today for explanation, but we will have, babies going up and down. And these 3, the parents are going to be able to see the same information. What the parents don't see is the coach's information, but they can see their babies. So this is the information of the team, where are located, and the location again is the team leader's location. You can set your goal, but it's just because we want you to work with goals and see if you can reach them and how fast you can reach them. This is the contest. So if you don't have any contest, you can create a new one, or you can join. Only team leaders can create a contest or join a contest. So we have coaches. Only a coach can create a team, and only a team leader can create a contest or join a contest. Here we have our KC sessions of, who are the babies doing kangaroo care, what is the date, if they selected a coach or not. Here when the coach registers, we ask them, what is your primary role? So that's what it comes in here. And then, what is the start time and the end time? And then you can edit or void. Like I said, if you feel that a session is not right, or that it doesn't, it doesn't, is not what you think it is, you can always edit it. Yes, ma'am. Nikisha?
Yeah. So can the coach be the team leader, or that have to be two different people?
So a coach, you just do, let me see if I can explain it. So to be able to register in this app, you have to be a coach in the web app. You have to be a coach to join a team, or to create a team. When you create the team, you become the team leader, and only team leaders can join or create a contest. So you can be a coach and not have a team, that's how you start. You create an account and you become a coach. After you register, it will ask you, do you want to join a team, or do you want to create a team? And when you look at this is the team code. So it will ask you, do you have a team code, or do you want to create a team? And if you already have a team leader or a team already in your NICU, you are going to have this code. So you actually ask, you just put this code in and you become a coach. But only one person can be a team leader. Did I answer your question?
Okay. So one team leader, but you can have more than one coach.
Yeah, coaches can be everybody in the unit. Now,
Okay, got it.
yeah, coaches can be anybody. It doesn't have to be only nurses. It can be anybody in the unit that wants to be part of, that wants to have a coach account. One of the decisions that we made at the beginning was, would it be easier if we allow the team leader to just register everybody? And we decided against that. While it would be easier for the team, we only wanted people that wanted to participate in the team. So, we feel that if somebody registers me to an app that I don't know what it is or what, I'm never going to use it. But if we teach them, you're welcome to join the team, then it's their decision whether they want to join the team or not. However, only the people, obviously, only those that are in the team will count. So if the parent does a kangaroo care session and they put it in the app, but they don't join the team, that session is not going to be recorded in the team, right? Because the parent has to register for the team for us to be able to pick up that information for kangaroo care. Did I answer your question? Okay.
Sorry, yes.
Thanks, Nikisha. Okay, so this is the KC sessions. This is the full ranking. So here we have babies, the babies in the team today or overall. Overall is for the contest, the entire dates of the contest, and then babies or coaches. So, let's say, I want to know which are the babies, and then all these can be sorted. So if you want to know,
question.
Yeah, go ahead, Dawn.
How does the parent know the coach's screen name?
Good question. So the parent has to ask the coach what is the screen name, or and what we want for it to happen is for the nurse to say, make sure that you you put your session, and then this is my screen name.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, once you have them in there, like if you type one letter, then all the coaches with that letter will appear, all the coaches that are registered. And again, for privacy issues, we figured that if we use a screen name, if the coach or the parent want to use their own name, they will put it in as their name. So it's just one level of, but it's their decision of what they want to show. Then we have graphics. And this shows per day, per month. You can see what the range you want. So we have the KC average, and is the duration per baby per day when you have a day, and we need to remove this per day because when is the week, oh yeah, it's there, haha. Then, duration per baby per week, duration per baby per month, and then all. Kangaroo care duration, let me go back today. Kangaroo care duration, and hopefully what we want you to see is a trending up on kangaroo care duration, because this is the duration of all the babies in the unit. Number of babies, these are babies that are in the team. So like I said, everybody counts. So, and then this is the coaching duration. So that means everybody that was selected today and got any duration of the sessions will be here. This is the coaching number of sessions. So this is the duration. This is how many sessions we did for the team, and then how many coaches were recognized. So news, this is the team leader can send news or notifications to the members of the team. So if you want to say, hey, get ready, we're going to start Kangaroo Care Day, Kangaroo-a-thon, then you can say, who do you want them to go. So in this case, in this app right now, the person that is logged in is doing a contest. So I also have a choice to send a message to all the team leaders in the contest. But if it's not a contest, then you will have parents in my team and coaches in my team if you're the team leader. Unfortunately, they cannot reply to you. So the way that we went around that is that we provide the email. Let me see, where is it? Somewhere we provide the email of, I know. You need to tell them what the email is, and it's in that piece of paper that you can download. Like you can actually post it in the unit with the information of the team. So you invite everybody to join the team. So that's it. Any questions? The app is free.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the web page and the mobile app, are they just as easy to use, or is one a little bit better to use than the other one?
Okay.
Like as a team leader or as a coach?
So because this has a lot of information in every screen, the coaches, we recommend to use it in a large screen. So in an iPad or in a computer, in a desktop.
Okay.
This becomes too much when you are like in the app.
Okay.
Now we have
but the parents can use the mobile app, and it's really simple for them.
Only, yeah, the parents only use the mobile app.
Okay.
Coaches only use the web app but they could see some things in the browser of the phone. I'm just, you know what I mean? But it is
Right.
a web app. So
Right.
it is, yeah, it's, oh.
Okay.
Oh, here, yeah, so you can export your information. This is information. There's more information that the parents can, you know, can put in, that you can do. And then this, oh, sorry, the history is, you know, the, what have you done in the unit? I mean, for this team. So in this case, I'm the team lead. And then information about that team. Anything, any other questions, any suggestions, anything? Yeah, go ahead, Sally.
When I tried to click into the parent app off of my phone,
Mhm.
it said that it was an older version and that it wouldn't, not compatible with my phone. Is that a problem anyone else has ran into?
Would you mind taking a screenshot and sending it to me?
I've already closed out of it. Will you put up the,
Yeah, I can send you my email address. Let me put it in the chat.
perfect, thank you.
So how did you get to the app? Did you go through the website that I showed you and did the, let me see.
I hovered over the little QR, the little
The QR
code
code?
thing that you had.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, well, yeah, that's the way to get there. So yeah, we are right now testing. So let me see. You went through here? Yeah, if you don't mind, just go ahead and scan this QR code and see what you get. But it should work. So what we are going to do is we are looking for NICUs that would like to try the Zaki app and the contest features in the first week of April, because we just want to test it, make sure everything is working. You know, because once we're doing Global Kangaroo-a-thon, so, you know, we have to deal with time zones and all that. And we're looking for NICUs that are interested. So please, if you do, please send me an email at jamile@dezaki.com. One thing that that I didn't mention is that we're going to, teams can only participate in one contest at a time. So you can schedule a contest for your team, or you can participate or join or create a contest, multi-team, but only one team, one contest at a time, because that's all we can display. Any questions? I am super excited about this app. We have worked so hard on these, and I mean, I just want your original thoughts. What do you think?
I think you guys did an awesome job.
Oh, thank you.
And I look forward to being able to use it. I don't know if it's going to be this year or it's going to be next year.
Yeah, well, the app is going all year long, so we don't have to wait for Kangaroo Care Day to use it. So
Well, that's true. That's true.
definitely going to do a contest for, at least for Kangaroo Care Day and for World Prematurity Day, which are exactly 6 months apart. So
That sounds good.
thank you. Anybody else has any comments? Any questions about anything that I have talked to? Any questions about Kangaroo Care Day? Any questions about anything that we talked about? You're welcome, Caitlin. Thank you for your comment. All right, it's 12 o'clock, and I want to thank you for joining me, and those that are not here joining me, that looking at the video, and I look forward to hearing to see who any more suggestions, anything that we can put on the website that people are doing. Kangaroo.care is the website, and let's have a successful Kangaroo-a-thon and Kangaroo Care Day.